Please stand for the pledge. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Carlsbad. To start us off, we have Johan giving us a weather report, and then we also have Sinead with Music Club. And what else do we have?
We're also going to have Leia live in the studio with C3 Club and Darby live via DeGero.
Awesome. And at the end of the show, we have Mia giving us a update on Women's History Month with it. Dude, I'm stuttering so bad, which is actually this month. So let's get the show started. Zuzu, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Let's get the show started, Carlsbad. I'm Aiden Mooney, and CHS TV. All right, to start us off, we have a story that Wendy and Macy produced about Charlie, who actually makes jewelry. So let's roll that piece.
Charlie Larson, a sophomore at Carlsbad High School, has a unique passion for making jewelry.
I got into jewelry making through just watching videos on YouTube and mostly TikTok, actually. I watched a lot of bead videos and stuff like that, and it really interested me. And then I kind of fell down that rabbit hole.
While Michael's is a popular craft store, Charlie does something a little different.
I sometimes find them in thrift stores, and I take apart old pieces of jewelry to make new ones that I'll actually wear.
As with any art form, there's a process to Charlie's creativity.
Sometimes I just sit down and sit there for a while and just kind of feel what I'm feeling with the beads and stuff with different colors. I have considered making a business out of it, but currently I don't really have the time.
While Charlie doesn't make money off her jewelry, the art provides her with a different type of reward.
I enjoy making jewelry just because school gets really stressful for me, and it's just a nice way to pass the time that isn't super taxing on my brain.
With no business as of right now, Charlie has high hopes for the future.
Maybe someday when I do have the time, it is something I really enjoy, but currently I don't have a business.
Until then, we wish you luck. With videographer Wendy Maddox, I'm Macy Markham.
Thank you for the story, Wendy and Macy. Today we have multiple games taking place with men's varsity golf against Cathedral at 2:30 p.m. at the Crossings, men's varsity tennis against Mission Hills at 3:30 here, and men's varsity lacrosse with Bishops at 7:30 taking place here. Also, we have men's varsity basketball playing an away game at Foothill, which is their state quarterfinal. So make sure to be repping Lancer Pride at these games, Carlsbad.
Attention seniors, the 2022 senior package information is available at sdgrad.com. Log on today to purchase what you need for graduation. Don't miss out. For our first break in the announcements, we have Johan Dereika standing by live in our virtual Lightcraft studio to give us a little weekend weather update. Johan?
Good morning, Carlsbad. I'm Johan Dereika, and as you can see behind me, I'm here to give you a little bit of a weather update for this coming weekend. So as you can see, on Friday, we're going to be having some rain, a 90% chance actually, so I would just assume rain's going to happen on Friday, no matter where you are in Carlsbad. But later on in the weekend, Saturday to be exact, we're going to be having partly sunny, so a bit normal, but with some winds. So, a bit of an odd weekend overall for here in Carlsbad, but I'm sure next week we're going to be seeing sun like normal. That's all I have for you today. Anchors, back to you.
Represent your class, Carlsbad. Stop by Lancer Jacks or go on lancernation.org to purchase spiritware. Applications for Class Council or ASB Council for the 2022-2023 school year are now available at the ASB room or online at lancernation.org. The deadline to submit applications is March 4th.
Writing Lab is available every morning during zero period in room 311. No appointment is needed, just drop in. Next up on the show, we have Carlsbad Music Club live in the studio with Sinead Estrada. Take it away, Sinead.
Good morning, Carlsbad. I'm here with Kenneth, Caden, and Camden from Music Club. So, Kenneth, what is Music Club?
Music Club is basically a day in which we get together and just play music. We can talk about music and we just basically hang out every Thursdays at Mr. Shinafield's room, 8203.
That's awesome. And where do you guys meet and when do you guys meet?
Yeah, like Kenneth said, we meet in Mr. Shinafield's room, 8203. We meet every Thursday at lunch. Be sure to come out. It's a great time.
And can you give us the details for the next meeting?
Yeah, our next meeting, we're going to have an album review. We're going to jam a little bit and just have some fun.
Sounds like a lot of fun. And Kenneth, if you could describe Music Club in 3 words, what would they be?
Oh man, most definitely they'd be lit, crazy, movie.
Well, from what I've heard, this club definitely sounds like a movie, so be sure to come today to check it out. Anchors, back to you.
Thank you very much. If you haven't ever used Schmoop, it's about time you start. It's the cheat code to straight A's. All CUSD high school students have access to Schmoop for test prep, homework help, and study skills. So just log in through your Clever account and you'll have access. Peer tutoring is available in the library, no appointment necessary. Just drop in on Monday and Friday before school, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday after school.
We now have Leia live in the studio with our very own C3 Club. Leia, what do you have for us?
Thank you, Zuzu. That's right. I'm here with a few members from C3 Club, Kenneth, Olivia, and Sierra. So to start it off, Kenneth, what is the goal of C3 Club?
C3 Club, promote sustainability in Carlsbad and just build a community of people who are passionate about the environment.
All right, and then I know you guys have a cleanup coming up this Sunday, so can you tell me a little bit about what goes on at those?
Sure. Our cleanups, basically, we go out with our members and anyone else who wants to get involved, and we basically clean up trash around the village and make sure it's clean and sustainable for anyone who wants to enjoy.
All right, that sounds super cool. And then, Olivia, where can people sign up?
You can sign up by following our Instagram at Carlsbad Cleanups, and you can also join by clicking the link in our bio and joining our band to learn about all the updates.
Awesome. And then lastly, Sierra, what events do you guys have coming up?
This weekend on Sunday, we have a cleanup and we're meeting in the Laws parking lot in the village. And on March 20th, we have a huge collaborative cleanup with the charity ROG.
All right, that's awesome. And then do you guys have anything else you want to add?
You get volunteer hours if you participate in our cleanups.
All right, cool. Thank you, and I'll send it back to the desk.
Thank you, Leia, and thank you, C3 Club, for coming on. Math Lab is available before school from 7:25 to 8:25 a.m. in room 7106. Make sure to drop by.
The 2022 Ninth Circuit Court Civics Contest is now taking place. The topic is First Amendment and the Schoolhouse Gate, students' free speech rights. The deadline is March 14th, and cash prizes are going to be given for the top 3 entries. For more info, see the link in the bio. Now we are going to send it over to Mia, who has some information on this month's Women's Month. So Mia, take it away.
Thank you, Aiden. So as some of you may or may not know, this month is National Women's History Month. So all this month we are just going to dedicate and honor all the amazing women in history who have paved the way for women's rights. So to go over a little bit of history, the first Women's Rights Convention was held in Seneca Falls in 1848, led by this lady right here, Elizabeth Cady Stanton. She worked hard to form the suffrage movement and formed the National Women's Suffrage Association with Susan B. Anthony. Together they worked really hard to advocate for the rights of women, especially for the rights of women to vote. So after many years of speaking out and working hard, finally the 19th Amendment was ratified August 18th of 1920. This was a huge moment in history for women as they were given the right to legally vote. But we cannot forget the black women in history who have faced a lot more disadvantages even after the 19th Amendment was ratified, as a lot of women were still disenfranchised. So people like Sojourner Truth spoke out against this and delivered her famous speech, Ain't I a Woman, during the women's suffrage movement. She, along with many other black suffragists, are really important during history. To move on a little bit more modern, these women right here, Malala and Michelle Obama, their stories are very inspiring. They have spoken up numerous times over several issues and women's equality issues. So reading their books is a really great way to celebrate Women's History Month. If you're not into reading, you can also watch movies. There are a ton of movies out there where you can learn about the many amazing women in our history. My personal favorite is Hidden Figures. You can also just go on the internet, look up some articles, maybe listen to your favorite female artist. Overall, just take some time to recognize and appreciate the many efforts made to get us to where we are today. And now I'm going to send it back to the desk.
Thank you, Mia. It's really great to get a reminder of the amazing things that women have done in history.
Yeah, I agree. And Carlsbad, make sure if you have the chance to get down to that beach cleanup that C3 Club is hosting. It's a great way to get active in your community. That's all we have for you today, Carlsbad. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
If you have any questions about Naviance, please contact your counselor. Now let's take a break from the announcements and send it out to Landon Miller live at the beach by DeJoe Technology to talk about King's Tide, a rare event happening here in Southern California. Landon?
Good morning, Carlsbad. I'm Landon Miller, here standing on top of the Turnarounds Bluff to give you guys some information on the rare occurring King's Tide.